Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Orange Power Podcast, talking Cowgirl softball. Casey Kendrick, along with the head man for the Cowgirl softball team. That would be Kenny Gajewski. And how are you?
I'm doing good. We need to get your energy up right now.
What are you talking about?
Your energy is kind of down right
Listen,
now. We got a big week. Let's go.
If I was in the dugout, I'd be doing this right here. I'd be doing all the chants. I would be completely vocal, and you would be going, man, what has gotten into him?
Let's go.
Let's do. All right, so let's start with a simple one. All right, in the team room, there is a dry erase board. It says grocery list. Okay.
Yeah.
On there it says eggs, and then it says crack an egg. Why? First off, is anybody cooking eggs in there? And what is crack an egg?
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day. It is actually a little container that you buy, and all you gotta do is add an egg and put it in the microwave, and it makes like a bacon, egg, and cheese bowl.
So okay, all right, yeah.
So the reason that you don't know about that, and this is gonna be fun. The reason you don't know about that is because that is probably on the outside of the grocery store aisles because it's healthy food, and you're in the middle of the grocery store where you shouldn't be with all the processed food. So that's where the healthy food is on the outside, which you don't frequent. Now, your lovely wife shops on the outside. Okay?
Yeah.
But I don't know about you.
Well, but in the pantry, I don't go to that section in the pantry either, so I do not know of these things. So that's really good stuff. So, it is funny, right? All right, so we talk softball, we talk all these X's and O's and the ups and downs. Listen, it's something as simple as a team room with good food. Team morale, those sorts of things, they really do matter.
Hey, I mean, in all seriousness, like when I got here 10 years ago, we didn't do food at all. And I think the best way to get the best conversations are around food.
Yeah.
Whether that's in the team room, whether that's having a team meal. That's why the only rules I have about cell phones is during meals there are no phones. Because I want people to be present. And that's like sitting down at your dinner table, which none of us do enough anymore. And if you do, I commend you. But most of us don't because we're running and we've gotten into this mode of convenience and cell phones, and we can be 9 places at one time and really we're nowhere at all. No. And so we like to have good food. We have our nutritionists that come down here and keep us accountable. Now don't look at my desk. There may be some snacks around. I think that's why everybody comes in here because they want the mints or whatever it is that I have around here. But nothing better than good food and good fellowship.
Well, and so obviously, you want to be where your feet are, right? That's important. And so let's talk about where your feet were midweek last week. They were here taking on Wichita State, and you guys have had some meetings. You've had some talks. You've had some people come around. And what you want to see from that is obviously results. And it may be wins. You certainly hope it's wins, but it's certainly competitive at-bats, competitive play. You won 3 out of 4 last week. So it would seem last week was a major win for you guys.
Yeah, it was a good week. We haven't had a lot of 3-1 weeks here lately. It's been a lot of 500 weeks. We've just kind of been in our own way. But like I've told you on the numerous shows that we do or talk about or just in our conversations, we're getting better. And I feel that. And I know it doesn't look like that. But I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot to tell you that. I think you know me enough that I would tell you if we're not.
Right.
And we are. We're making some progress. I'm not sure why this journey looks the way it looks, but hey, we're a postseason team. That's what we came here to do. And we're on our way, and we're getting better each day.
So let's talk about Wichita State. They came out and scored a couple early in this one, but you guys turned it around quickly. Scored 4 by the end of the second, another 3 in the bottom of the third, 2 more in the fourth, 1 more in the fifth, and you end up run-ruling a regional team that has been a thorn, quite honestly, and it took care of business.
Yeah, it was a good game for us, a complete game after the first inning where Riley walked a couple kids. She really settled in. And our hitters did what they ought to do. They hit a lot of balls hard, and it was fun to watch. I think it was great for our crowd to enjoy, it propelled us into the weekend, into a conference game.
So the conference game was in Orlando. You go down there, you take game one. That's obviously, winning that first one. It was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, but winning the first one is so important. It sets up everything else for the rest of the week.
It does, and you can't sweep if you don't win the first one. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to win the series if you don't win the first one. That's why everybody sells out to win on Friday night. And we did that. It was a 0-0 game. I thought Ruby may have pitched her most complete game of the entire year. I told her that. I said I was more impressed with this game than I've been of any other game. She got the first batter out of every inning. We have a goal for her of 14 or less pitches. She did that, I think, 4 of the 7 times. She struck out 10, I believe, or 12, walked none. She was just efficient. She was throwing strikes. And then our offense, we had lots of runners on base. And we finally broke through in the 7th with some more pressure. And then the offense just kind of rolled.
Yeah, seven runs at the top of the 7th, and the Cowgirls ended up winning that one convincingly, although it was a grind all the way to that final one, and a great defensive effort. Game 2, just the avalanche the other way, right? You guys scored late in this one, and they couldn't stop it. You win. UCF was able to score early in the game, too, and it just avalanched.
Yeah, I've never been a part of a game like this. I mean, I've had my butt kicked plenty of times. That's just real. When you coach baseball, softball enough, you're going to run into these games where you just don't play well. And if the other team is just, if everything lines up right, it can get out of hand. Well, it got out of hand before we had outs. We gave up 9 runs in the first, 6 of them unearned. I've never been a part of giving up 8 free passes in 1 inning. I've been on the other side of that, but never in my time here at OSU have I been a part of that. We walked 6, we hit 2. We were gross, as I like to say, pitching-wise. We finally get out of it. Carly makes a ground ball play. We had an error in the inning that gave up the 600 runs. We're out of that with 3 runs. Our offense, maybe as proud as I've been of that group, the whole year. We scratched 6 or 7 runs. What was the final score?
6.
Mm-hmm. We scratched 6 runs across off good pitching. We faced good pitching this week. UCF can really pitch. They're one of the better staffs in our league. And we found a way to scratch 7 in the first, 6 in the second game. When we're down 9-0, when a lot of teams would fold it up, say, well, let's just get the split tomorrow. Let's win the series tomorrow. We came right back after giving up 9. We scored 2. The trouble is, I think we gave up 2 again, and so we just couldn't go. But some positives were Kyra. She came in, really held the game in check. We brought Riley back in. She was way better. Kind of went to the bullpen and figured some stuff out. The thing we have to remember about Riley is she's working through getting herself back. She's only got about 25 innings, so she's not even in early season form yet. And so we're just going to have to keep running her out there, but she's healthy. The ball is moving. Now it's just getting it under control, but I see good things coming out of her. So, unfortunate game. Really felt good after the first game and after the Wednesday game. And it's the kind of the road this team has been on this year. I wish I could give you why. I can't. But it's what we've earned, and so we're just going to take it and go and see what happens next.
Well, so the game 3 was about securing the series. Now, you brag a lot about your sport administrator and Jesse Martin, one of the few guys that gets a chance to see the game from the dugout and from the outfield in the same game if he wants to. But you got the same perspective. You got a chance to see this.
I wasn't sure where you're going with this, but that's funny.
You got a chance to see it from the dugout, and you got a chance to see it from the bullpen outfield. I don't know exactly where you were, but this one was interesting.
Well, it was interesting because we were being no-hit through like 5. And then Hassler, then I got kicked out. And I think a lot of people think I was arguing balls and strikes. I was not. I was arguing the umpire had the scorecard wrong on one of my changes. And
he admitted it.
And he admitted it. But the unfortunate thing is we don't have anything in our rules to go back and say, well, I screwed this up. Here's how I'm going to get it fixed. We have to go with what's on his card. He has the official card. So probably in the end, it's my fault for not looking at his card and making sure that he wrote it in right. I've never had to do that before, but maybe that's something new that I'll be trying here tonight or when we play again. So a very interesting thing. So anyways, I felt like I had no choice other than to stick up for my team and get thrown out. I did. We got our first hit after I got thrown out. We hit a home run by Hassler. It was a great at-bat. She'd been struggling the last 4 or 5 at-bats. And then Ruby kept us in the ball game. She was on fumes. And then Hassler hits the big blow in the 8th that puts us ahead. And it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, well, and the crazy part about it is, when you say you've got to argue for your team, but your team needs to have your back. They did, and after you re-entered the field, they were happy to see you.
It was cool. I think that's why you coach, and it's what makes you. I don't know. It's what drives you to keep trying to help them achieve what they want to achieve, and to walk back on that field after the handshake line, and for them to run to me was kind of one of the coolest things I could experience, and it was kind of neat. So I love these guys. I love all of our teams. This team, I've told you, has been one of my favorite teams. They've been one of my most frustrating teams too. But they have a love for this place and our staff that's really cool.
Good stuff. Cowgirls get 2 out of 3. Now you get ready for Kansas coming up this weekend. And again, every series, there's only a couple of them left. These last couple of series are huge.
Yep, game by game. We got to win the next game. It's the most important game, and we need to go play well. If we have any hopes of being able to be a regional host, we're going to have to finish extremely strong here. We can't have any hiccups. And if we do, it's just going to put us on the road. And maybe that's what this team needs. Maybe that's what our fans need. Maybe that's what all of us need to maybe, to have to go through that. That's okay. And whatever the road is, like I told our team, we don't deserve to know what the road is. What we deserve is what we've earned, and let's just take it and go. And whatever it is, we'll figure it out. We'll make it happen.
You guys, I think, are 27 and 15 on the year. Is that right?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Of the 27 to 15, you might have played 12 at home, 13 at home.
No,
not even that many.
Less.
Yeah. So the point is, if you have to go on the road, and that's still a big if, but in a super, you would most likely.
Yep.
That's a 99. This team has been built for that. I mean, this team has been prepped for that all year long.
There's not going to be a road environment that's going to intimidate us. There's not going to be that this weekend at Kansas. No disrespect to them. Like we're not playing against a crowd. We're playing against the game of softball. We're not even playing against the opponent. We are programmed here to play against the game of softball, to beat the game, and and to win the game. It's not to beat the opponent. It's to win the game. And I think if we can keep that mentality, you're going to continue to see really good growth out of this group.
It's going to be a lot of fun coming up this weekend, and next week we'll talk about that, talk about the final midweek game of the regular season and that final series as well. Coach, appreciate it as always. Best of luck in Lawrence, and we'll talk to you soon.
Go hit them straight.
Not on the golf course today. I've got to go. By the way, you need some Nutello, too.
No, we have it. We have it.
Oh, then somebody needs to get the.
Yeah, it's on the bottom. I just need to somebody needs to take it out of the bottom.
I don't know who's in charge of the grocery list, but listen.
I'll talk to Lexi Kilfoyle and Bailey Enoch. That's them.
Don't double up on the Nutello. I mean, we just let's be efficient. When I go to the store, I don't want to go to the outside if I don't have to.
Have you ever put it on a Rice Krispie treat?
Never have.
It's amazing. With a couple of strawberries.
Really?
Yeah.
Rice Krispie.
Sometimes you need to pick me up.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I want you to talk to Chance, our strength coach, because he'll tell you that a Rice Krispie treat is the best burst of energy that you can eat.
Is that right?
Yeah, so that's what I do.
So before I hit them today, I'm going
5
to
times
give
a
me
day.
a couple of those. Hey, that's going to do it for us. Enjoy some Cowgirl softball and get behind them. Only a couple of series opportunities to see them back here at home. It's going to be a fun finish for sure. For Coach Kenny G, I'm Casey Kendrick. We'll see you next time on the Orange Power Podcast.